Remember the asbestos lab test that came back positive for chrysotil in episode 7? Well, this is all about removing the asbestos from our boat. Well, howdy everybody. You want to see what the mailman brought for me? Not like that. I'm sorry. Like this. Voila. Come on inside. Just a quick note before we start. The procedure you're about to see is not only applicable to boats, but also to a home or any other place where asbestos needs to be removed. A complete video solely about asbestos may seem, especially in my case, a bit excessive, but I cannot emphasize the importance enough. Therefore, I apologize in advance for this very instructional, informative video. Hopefully I can help someone safely remove his asbestos. Let's dive in. There's only one way of doing this right, and that is with the utmost precaution. I much rather would have spent the 700 euros of this kit on some tools and supplies. It is too dangerous to take this lightly. Let's see what comes with the kit. Gloves, shoe protection, a HEPA respirator, eye protection, a full body suit overall, lots and lots of tape, transparent liquid. It acts as a glue. You basically spray it onto the asbestos to limit the amount of airborne fibers and to fix all possible loose fibers in place. These are the glove backs. I'll open up the box so you can see what it looks like. But unfolding it in the installation will make everything much clearer. And then this kit. A disposable towel. You need to wetten this if you're going to use it. Beautiful underwear. Just my size. Socks. And a disposable t-shirt. Now, for the record, I think this is overkill, right? But for the sake of this video and for your viewing pleasure, I'll put it on. Oh ho, hold your horses. First, I need to spray the pipes with the liquid fixative substance. It takes about 15 minutes for the adhesive substance to harden enough to be able to work safely around it. So plenty of time for me to change into appropriate clothing. Let's get on with it. The tools I use for this are lots and lots of duct tape, a hand brush, a spatula, some pliers, and a utility knife. Asbestos is a naturally occurring fibrous silicate mineral. It is composed of long and thin fibers, each fiber being composed of many microscopic fibrils that can be released into the atmosphere by abrasion of the material. Inhalation of asbestos fibers can lead to lung cancer, among other diseases. From the 60s onwards, asbestos was widely used for its excellent fireproofing and strengthening purposes. Despite this, at least 100,000 people are thought to die each year from diseases related to asbestos exposure. As a result, Asbestos is considered a serious health and safety hazard. The use of asbestos for construction has now been made illegal in many countries. The cut end is now perfectly sealed and I can start rolling up the opening at the top and systematically sealing it shut. I show this process in detail a bit further in this video. Once everything is airtight, I can begin the task of removing the asbestos. A great tip is to not forget to store all your tools in the tool pouch before taping the glove bag closed. Don't ask me how I know this. The idea is to use a utility knife to cut open and remove the protective, in my case jute layer. Then the asbestos cord is exposed, unwinding this one and removing it till I uncover the last asbestos layer. It's a kind of a plaster-like covering on the pipe, and this last layer is removed with a spatula. Same story on the other side. Here you can see in detail how I temporarily secure the bags, then roll them up and completely airtight seal them. This procedure is meticulously repeated over the entire length of the bag. Okay, so all the tools go into the tool pouch before you close the cut end, don't forget about that. And the pump-up sprayer goes through the designated channel. In between removal of the different layers, I keep respraying the entire area with the fixing fluid. Remember that once you've started, you must complete the task until the end, so there's no coffee or bathroom breaks. Here you can see well how I first remove the protective layer, then unwind the cord, scrape away the hard structure beneath, and meanwhile spray frequently with the fixative fluid. Once you're done, make sure all asbestos waste is collected in the destination bags. Give them a twist and tape the whole thing tight with a good amount of tape. You can now cut loose the destination bags and secure them additionally with even more tape. The same goes, of course, for the bottom of the remaining glove bag. You can now start with the cleaning up. Carefully cut the top loose while continuing to spray the fixative. Once completely removed from the tube, roll the bag from the top to the bottom. This plastic sausage is then rolled up again lengthwise, including your used tools. The remaining plastic protective layer is rolled up accordingly to the same principle, including rolling up your protective clothing at the end. This is then also double bagged and processed in a proper legal manner by your local waste disposal channel. What an exhausting job that was yesterday. Let me walk you through the lessons I've learned doing this. All in all, it took me 8 hours to remove 18 meters of asbestos. This includes the prepping and the cleaning up afterwards. In my opinion, this is a two-man job. It will drastically reduce the amount of working hours. Like with any job, preparation is key. You need spare tools. Don't be rushed or distracted in any way. This process requires your full attention. Be very liberal with the fixing fluid. The tool pouches are removable, so you can pass one pouch from one compartment to the other. A quick reminder of your memory: we started with this, then processed over this and this, until we finally reached this stage. Oh yes, and I do believe that it's indeed about exhaust pipes, given the expansion-contraction elements in these pipes. In the stern, I found traces of a previous exhaust through hole near the waterline. Oh, and one more thing. If I somehow inspired you to safely remove your asbestos as well, I overbought in the number of glove bags and I still have an untouched box of the QT30 variant. So if you happen to be looking, reach out and I can help you with that. I hope you enjoyed this informative video. Join me next time for some more fun in the boat. Until then, all the best. Cheers.